Well, hi there everyone. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new, welcome to the channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. On my channel, I like to do a lot of recipes for meals in jars, and today's no exception. Today's recipe is for something I call Asian garlic noodles. And I kind of made up this recipe. It's really a conglomeration of some things I'd seen on the internet and some flavor combinations that I just really love. I have some yummy Thrive Life ingredients in here, as well as a lot of other shelf-stable ingredients. I've got a good amount of seasonings that are going to go in here, as well as, of course, some spaghetti noodles, because after all, it's Asian garlic noodles. And then some sweet components. I've got some brown sugar, some peanut butter powder, as well as soy sauce, Worcestershire, and my chili crisp oil, which is definitely a necessary ingredient in this dish. I'm going to start with a quart-sized jar because I need about 4 servings. You could cut this in half and put it in a pint-sized jar, but you would probably need to break those noodles into thirds. All right, I've got about 8 ounces of noodles in there, and all I did was break them in half, and I put the jar on its side and slid them in there. That's how I got the noodles in there. And you can fill this jar however you want to. It's a little bit tricky with the noodles in there, but I'm sure you can figure it out. I'm going to include a cup of our diced chicken. Now, I was at the very bottom of my can, so I have a lot of powder in there, but I don't care. I mean, it's chicken. It's still going to be good. I'm including some green beans and some red bell peppers. Now, it's no secret that I'm not a huge fan of our green beans. They're just not my favorite, but I really do like them in this dish. I like to, first of all, have something green, and then it cooks long enough to where I think they get nice and tender. So I do like these green beans in here. You'll need to shake that jar every once in a while to settle those ingredients. Now let's put some powders down. I've got powdered soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce. If you don't have those in powdered form, just add them when you cook this in liquid form, okay? I've got umami powder that I made myself out of the Thrive Life mushrooms. I just powdered them up. But I saw it the other day at Trader Joe's. I know you can get it online too. In goes the brown sugar and the peanut butter powder. And if you don't have peanut butter powder, you can just add a few tablespoons of peanut butter when you cook this dish at the end of cooking. All right, some seasonings. I've got freeze-dried ginger, vinegar powder that adds some brightness, chicken bouillon, Goya adobo, and paprika. If you don't have Goya adobo, which you should have by now, I use it a lot in my cooking. Okay, but if you don't have it, you can sub garlic powder and a little bit of salt and pepper for that. Here's some green things. I've got cilantro and green onions. I love both of those in here. It's freeze-dried cilantro, freeze-dried green onions. Now, Thrive's not even making the green onions right now, so if you can't get a hold of that, you can use the Lighthouse brand of spring onions or just use Thrive Life's chopped onions. That would work too. So here is the jar that you could keep stored on your pantry shelf. And I would, if I were you, I would try this recipe once, see if you love it, because oh my gosh, I love it. And if you love it, I would make 3 or 4 of the jars at a time just because there's so many ingredients involved. If you're enjoying my content, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. And if you're interested in getting my meals in a jar recipes in cookbook form, I do have a cookbook out. If you want the print version, this one is available on Amazon, and I also have the ebook version available on my website, which is thefreezedriedfoodie.com. I will link both below. All right, back to the video. Go ahead and get out a large Dutch oven or a large pot and empty the contents of the jar into the pot. And then you're going to need to add about 4.5 cups of water. I started with 4 cups and then I added another ½ cup at the end. So you could just start with 4.5 cups here. You can gently try to just make sure that all of the ingredients are pressed down into the water. You want everyone to have contact with the water. And get some heat on there. I put mine at medium high, probably a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10 on my stove. And then you'll just need to bring it to a boil. Once you've reached a boil, give it a good stir. You want to make sure that the pasta isn't sticking. And then you want to lower your heat, probably to medium low or so, and cover it. You'll need to simmer that for about 12 to 15 minutes. Come along every few minutes, maybe every 5 minutes or so, and just give it a stir. Make sure your pasta is not sticking. Now, after about 12 minutes of simmering, I went ahead and tested the noodles because you're wanting something that is kind of al dente here. You don't want the pasta to be too mushy. So after about 12 minutes, I tested the noodles, and for me, it was just too al dente at that point. So I added half a cup more water. That's what I was talking about earlier. And then I just cranked up my heat back up to a medium high, let it boil for about 3 minutes, and then it was ready. I wanted some of that water to cook off. I didn't need that much sauce, so I went ahead and left the lid off at that point. All right, I did add the sesame oil that you might see in the background here. I don't know why I actually turned off my camera. But anyway, I did add that, and then you definitely need that chili crisp oil. Now, I will include the recipe for that down below in the description box, but it's a very necessary part of this Asian garlic noodle recipe because that has the crispy garlic in it. So if you haven't made my chili crisp oil, I'm going to encourage you to make that first and then make this dish because it really is a vital part of this recipe. If you're not going to make it, then you need to add probably a tablespoon or 2 of our freeze-dried garlic to the recipe before you cook this. But I really think you should make the chili crisp oil because the crunchy garlic texture and flavor is really integral to this dish. So you can go ahead and serve this up. Now, the accoutrements or the toppings are really important in this dish. So you'll want to top it with some chopped peanuts, some scallions, and cilantro if you have fresh cilantro. And again, you're going to want to drizzle the top with more chili crisp oil. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is perfection. First of all, isn't it gorgeous? I mean, just look at all those colors. And then secondly, the flavors just pop. The flavors are bold and deep. There's some sweetness. There's definitely savory. There's crunch. There's creaminess from the pasta. And oh my word, it's just such a delicious dish. Now, I'm rubbish at using chopsticks. So I just have a fork here, and I'm evidently not very good at using a fork either. I don't know what happens. I turn on a camera and I can't seem to use utensils. But anyway, it eats good. Like my daddy used to say, it eats good. Yeah, it's so delicious. And I love the colors from the green beans, the red bell peppers. It's such a good meal. All right, guys, I will include the full recipe down in the description box below, as well as my shopping link in case you want to pick up any of those Thrive Life ingredients you see featured in my video. Not only do I include the recipe, but I also include some recipe recommendations, shopping links. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I would get a small, like very small commission on any order you place through my link, but it's at no extra charge to you. That's the same with Thrive Life. If you order through my link, I'll get a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. I pray y'all have a blessed day. And until next time, y'all take care and keep thriving.